What would happen on Raw's Go Home show for Payback? I'll tell you as WGS-TV reviews Monday Night Raw for the week of April 24th, 2017. Hey YouTube, are you ready for your hot tag? Because if you are, it's definitely time to warp.
Hi, this is Leva Bates, aka Blue Pants, and you're watching WGS-TV.
What's up, guys? I'm the Russell Gamer. Welcome back to another episode of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com/RussellGamer. Before we get ready to talk about Monday Night Raw, let me introduce my my co-reviewer this week on the video, ladies and gentlemen. You know him as our resident music mogul over on YouTube.com/LanceMossTV, the incomparable Lance Moss. Lance, how you doing?
I know it's your little horse. I done told you don't be making out with Oksana.
Damn it! Take one. On take one, you said Oscar, and you had to.
You can't prove that. You can't prove that.
Damn it. Anyway, if you guys are wondering what's wrong with my voice, I've been fighting a cold for the past week and a half.
Oksana.
But anyway, this week Monday Night Raw I'm gonna kill you, Lance. This week Monday Night Raw. This week, Monday Night Raw would be the go-home show for Payback. Now, as far as what I think will happen this Sunday, will be saved for a later video. So for now, let's talk about Raw. Monday Night Raw would open up with Chris Jericho with the highlight reel. The first portion of this segment was a promo basically for the United States Championship match coming up this Sunday at Payback. Now after the promo, out would come the Miz and Maurice to interrupt Chris Jericho and turn the highlight reel into Miz TV. But before Miz could get his typical Miz TV intro out, here would come Dean Ambrose, the Intercontinental Champion, who would take over the segment with the Ambrose Asylum. Dean Ambrose would present Chris Jericho with a peace offering of sorts. You remember some time ago, Dean Ambrose destroyed Chris Jericho's light-up jacket, so Dean Ambrose presented Jericho with a sports coat with Christmas lights on it, and Jericho accepted it. Lance, what did you think about that?
I love the lunatic fringe. He is the man because he is.
Yep. Ambrose also had a present for the Miz in the form of dirty deeds, and the segment would end with Chris Jericho putting Maurice on the list. Quite the entertainment segment here, and we would find out in a backstage segment following this that Ambrose and Jericho would team up to take on The Miz and a partner of his choosing in the main event.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Opening match this week was Matt Hardy taking on Sheamus as the build towards the Raw Tag Team Championship match at Payback continued with this match and what happened after the match. Now, this was a good match, nothing really bad to say about it. However, the finish of the match was Hardy hitting the twist of fate on Sheamus to pick up the win. Now, something I gotta call into question. Pardon me, and Lance, I'm gonna ask you this question because it's something to think about. Cesaro, after the match was over, was really hot-headed because Sheamus was distracted by Jeff Hardy, which led to the finish of the match. Now, Sheamus would be the cooler head here, but what makes me wonder, Lance, if Sheamus and Cesaro are making a heel turn as a tag team, and with the popularity of the Hardys right now and how hot they are on Monday Night Raw, a possibility does lie there, and we might see that happening at Payback. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, the Hardys need to have somebody major to feud against. So yeah, that would be wonderful. Yes.
I'm gonna give this match a 3 out of 5, Lance.
Yeah, about 3 out of 5. That's fair. Yeah.
Up next, it was a tag team match with the Cruiserweight Champion Neville teaming up with TJ Perkins to take on gentleman Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries. More of the focus of this match was about the Cruiserweight Championship match coming up at Payback with Neville and Aries. Now, one thing, Lance, I'm still not really sold on is TJ Perkins being a heel, because honestly, just being with Neville to me is not enough to be a heel turn. I mean, considering the fact that he's still coming out to his same video game music, he's still doing the same. There's no real change in his character.
Yeah. Then again, this is the company that thinks a gimmick change is giving John Boy new merch.
Yep, but a side note though, what animal did WWE murder to create that furry ring jacket that Austin Aries wears?
I think that remains of when they shaved George Animal Steel in the shower a couple times.
I thought you were going to say something pertaining to Dixie Carter, but anyway, the finish of the match.
Well, if you want to think those thoughts about Dixie, go ahead.
Where's Andy when I need him? The finish of the match was Aries hitting the Discus 5-arm or the Roaring Elbow to other people on Perkins to pick up the win. It kind of makes sense for Aries to get the finish of the match to make him look strong with the pay-per-view coming up. I'm going to give this a 3.25 out of 5, Lance.
Yeah, but there was one match that I found extremely funny. When they were doing that whole scramble at the beginning, the ref was like, what the hell? Well, hell, y'all do what y'all do. I'm just going to be here. He just threw his arms up.
Yep. Up next, it was the dumpster match with Braun Strowman taking on Kalisto. Where was Duke the Dumpster Droese when we needed him? Now, when WWE announced this match over this past weekend on social media, Lance, I literally facepalmed because it had crap written all over it.
Well, if it wasn't the fact that Rosie died this weekend, which to the Fapu family or the hell ever, the Anua family, yeah, our condolences go out, but I thought Roman would have been in there and speared the living hell out of Braun.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you, but Strowman would get on the mic before the match and try to get heat from the crowd, not only about Kalisto, but Roman Reigns as well. And for those of you who saw Monday Night Raw, some fans were booing him, but some fans were still cheering for him because fans hate Roman Reigns that much. Now, as far as this match goes, Strowman would dominate about 80% of the match as WWE is still trying to turn Kalisto into what I call Rey Mysterio 2.0. Kalisto would dropkick the legs of Strowman while he was on the apron, which forced him to land in the dumpster, giving Kalisto the win. Now, Lance, for those of you who don't know, on our first take of this review, you kind of objected to the way that the finish of this match, and what was your objection?
Okay, because and now you are also as a long-time wrestling historian. Now, the rules of a dumpster match is you get the guy in there, right? But that's not, the match is not in right there. The match ends when you close both lids on the dumpster.
And I speculated because of the fact that they had to have Strowman take the loss to give him a reason to get angry at Kalisto enough to want to destroy him. They would have to have him take the loss, but because of the sheer size of Strowman and the size and the dimensions of the dumpster, there was going to be no physical way for him to get into that dumpster and have the lid close. So
well,
I believe
my
theory
is get a big dumpster.
Well, yeah, you got a point there. But I think they worked it like that just specifically so they could have Strowman take the loss, get incensed at Kalisto, and he would then destroy him the way he did on Monday Night Raw this past week. So, or last night rather. I'm going to give this match, excuse me, guys, 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Now, up next, it was Alicia Fox taking on Dana Brooke. This match is the literal definition of time filler or piss break, or what else can we call it, Lance?
Time to go to the concession stand?
Yeah, pretty much. The finish of the match, for those of you who actually cared, was Dana Brooke hitting her modified future shock quite badly, I might add, on Fox to pick up the win. The only question I have about this is I wonder how long they're going to draw out this angle with her and Emma. That's the only thing. Because she was out there after the match and tried to hug. If Emma wanted to hug me, I wouldn't stop her. But it still gets a 1 out of 5.
Yeah, because that damn future shock or what the hell ever, damn.
Yep, I think Chris Sabin's really angry at Dana Brooke right now. For those of you who follow wrestling the way I do, you know what I'm talking about. Up next, it was a 6-man tag team match with Samoa Joe teaming up with the Bullet Club, that's Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, to take on Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Big Cass. Enzo Amore was originally supposed to be in this match, but they had the Bullet Club take him out before the match so they could have a reason to bring Balor out there. Now, as far as this match goes, to me, it was an okay match. Now, one thing we would see new out of this match was Rollins debuting his new knee strike finisher on Karl Anderson to pick up the win. Lance, what did you think about that new finisher?
Definitely is like, well, he led into it a little funny because he's like, he had him in the pedigree. He's like, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to do this. Then short arm knee.
I think the pedigree was more of a tease. You know, just to tease the crowd, and then he switched it up to the new finisher. And one would speculate they took the pedigree finisher out of his moveset since the angle with him and Triple H ended at WrestleMania. So I'm going to give that a 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Up next, Alexa Bliss will come out and cut a promo for her Raw Women's Championship match coming up at Payback this Sunday, which would bring out the champion Bayley, and Sasha Banks would soon follow, which led to their upcoming match. I have to say, with so much eye candy in the ring, Lance, it was hard to concentrate. However, as hot as they all are, they're still not Oscar hot.
That's your opinion.
Yep. Now, Alexa Bliss would take the typical heel walk out of the match, which is something we've seen for years in wrestling, is heels taking the count-out, walk-out loss in a match when they have a championship match coming up at a pay-per-view. It's done millions of times, and Alexa Bliss did it really well. She definitely did.
I mean,
and
that's why it's, quite frankly, called being a chicken shit heel.
But she pulled it off beautifully.
Yeah.
And another thing she did on Monday Night Raw last night was she played that crowd like a fiddle. Even when they were doing the what chants, Alexa Bliss knew what to say, knew how to get the crowd riled up, and did it beautifully. I was really impressed with what she did on the microphone last night, Lance.
Definitely.
So, but anyway, I gotta say, the good segment, good match. 3.5 out of 5 is my score.
Yeah.
Up next, it was Kurt Hawkins and his Star Factory, which basically means a list of people who beat him.
Yeah.
We can add Apollo Crews to that list now. Finish of the match was Crews hitting a spin-out powerbomb on Hawkins to pick up the win. The only thing I would like to know about this, Lance, is why is WWE still trying to push this Titus brand angle?
Well, kind of like I said in the first one, let's face it, Vinnie Mac has a hard-on for big dudes.
I gotta go 2 out of 5.
And that's being generous.
Very, very much so. But finally, it was time for the main event as Dean Ambrose teamed up with Chris Jericho to take on The Miz, who was supposed to have a partner, but at that time, his partner was a no-show. So basically, this was a handicap match. We wouldn't find out who his partner was till the climax of the match, which was Ambrose bringing Miz all the way to the announcer's table when Bray Wyatt would show up and take Ambrose out on the stage. He would try to double team Chris Jericho, who had a code breaker on The Miz, but fell prey to Bray Wyatt with Sister Abigail. Miz ended up being the final victim, as I'm going to let Lance, I'm going to let you tell it, because in the first take you did it better than I could. What happened with Miz?
Oh, okay. Basically, after they hit Sister Abigail on Jericho and Miz, and on Jericho and Ambrose, the Miz grabs him by the shoulder, grabs Bray by the shoulder. Bray just looks at him like, "Get your damn hand off of me," and then hits Sister Abigail on his ass.
Now, I want to make a slight prediction or a speculation of sorts. With Bray Wyatt attacking Dean Ambrose first last night on Monday Night Raw, for some reason, Lance, I see him getting involved in the House of Horrors match at Payback.
Honestly, since that's like the culmination of a feud between Randy and Bray, I don't see that happening. But I see Dean and Bray's feud kicking off next Monday, or not kicking off, rekindling their feud next Monday.
I'm going to give the main event a 3.5 out of 5, Lance.
Yeah, 3.5. Yeah, I agree.
Overall score at Monday Night Raw this week gets a 2.95 out of 5, with best match of the night going to the main event, and worst match of the night definitely going to Dana Brooke taking on Alicia Fox. And it's not really anything bad to say about Dana Brooke, but I still think that they brought her up too early to the main roster. I think if they would have kept her in NXT for about another year or so and allowed her to not only develop her character but develop her in-ring skills, I think she would she would contribute better to the Raw women's roster. But they brought her up early because apparently they thought they would do something with her and Emma before Emma got injured when she did. And it's just really, Dana Brooke really just hasn't panned out. And it's really not Dana's fault. I think they just needed more time with her, Lance. But anyway, over to you. What's your overall score and your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw?
Overall, I'll give it a 3. Best match, main event. Worst match, that woman's match. But this is something against Dana Brooke. Dana, learn how to do your damn finisher cleanly.
Which goes to what I said about her being in NXT longer and developing her moveset, her in-ring work, and her promo skills. They needed to give her more time, and they just didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys and gals, that's been our thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. What we want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. What's your overall score? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of Monday Night Raw? Definitely want to hear what you guys out there have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Be sure you guys slam that like button, like a champ. And Lance, what can fans expect to see when they visit your channel over on youtube.com/LanceMossTV?
Album reviews, covers, guitar builds, and every once in a while I go live on Lance Moss TV and friends. That is if it still works tomorrow night, but anyway, yeah, that's about it. Hit me up on subscribe if you had. Hit me up on Twitter. It's @LanceMossTV.
And if you guys want to see more great wrestling talk with awesome gameplays, you know the 2 ways you got to do it. You got to leg drop that subscribe button and hit that bell icon to turn on notifications so that way you guys will never miss out on another video here on my channel. So with that being said, with the incomparable Lance Moss from Lance Moss TV, I'm your friendly neighborhood wrestle gamer reminding all of you out there to stay awesome. Bye, guys!